gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder, and thank you very much for joining me on this beautiful morning. Well, I don't know, it's bloody cold outside. To do a bit more on the Victoria Routemaster. And this is going to be, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to show you every panel that I screw in, but I'm going to show you the things that are different from each other, and I'm going to show you where I've put what. But I'm not going to show you every single panel that I put in. This is just to make sure that it's not a 4-hour build, or the build may be 4 hours, but not a 4-hour video. But I think most of it is done already, so we've got a few more nice things to do on this build. This is number 11, and I've got all the packs ready, as you can see right here, from 101 to 110. So as you can see right here, and we're starting on the front with putting a grill in here, so we can lift that and change the board. Funny thing is, on the back, now I think we're putting that in today. There's a destination display as well, but it's only showing one. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera, the screen here. Sorry. So in the back there is one as well, but it does not change. It's one certain thing. But right in front of me, I've got 101. So let's go straight into it and start this build. Okay. So let's go, 101. So we're putting those the panel on right here, and I think, and we're putting this one on that will go right there. So let's start with the top ones, because it's just screwing in and finishing off. And these are NM screws right here, which you see on the other camera. Then we tighten these up a bit. That one is tightened up all the way, and then the only case is tighten it up. We can turn the wheel and we can put it back like that. That's in there, and that's stage 101 completed. Let's see what we put in here. I think the gray one goes right in the middle here. Right there, I've pushed it to the side. And then we're going to put this one in. Where's that going to go? Right here. This ain't bloody easy, guys. And I'm going to start with 3 FM screws in the lower part here. But we will use a bit of oil on every screw, because this is into metal. This panel is hard to put in, guys. And it's not to do with putting that it's not incorrect, but it's got all to do with that it's not completely straight. Now it is. That went in okay. Okay, now we're gonna put those two panels together with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 WMs. I heard somebody say this is the pack with the, or the last two are the packs with the most screws in one go. Well, if I see this, I think they're pretty darn right. So this side is completely in, as you can see, with W2s. We've done that one as well. Same screws. On the other side we're going to do the same thing. This is hard for me to show you because it's out of the camera view. The reason why these screws are long enough so is that they catch. Oh my goodness, people. So we've put M screws from this panel to that panel, and same thing on this side. And the top we're going to do 2 of the same screws. JP, 4 JPs. Can this camera see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that true? Yeah. Then 2 JPs on these points. Okay, now we're gonna put that one on in 103. As you see, that fit. Ouch. That is not too bloody smart, is it? Can you see that? There's a cable on the wrong side of that thing. And that's there. We've got those from 102, and that is from 103. Yes, I'm still wearing a glove because we're doing such a big amount of screws that helps against blisters. Okay guys, as you see here, that panel is on. All the MN screws I've put, I think I showed you those screws in those points, and then from this panel to that panel. Let's see, let's turn it around so you see the other side as well, or the back as well. That panel is in completely, all those NM screws with that stripped in there, and we've done more or less the same thing here. We put that strip in right there. Then something new, we took those out, put the strip in, put them back, but we did put that panel in. Then we've put a strip right there. We put a strip right there, and this panel in. And that's it for this stage. And you saw me do that earlier as well. That's it for this stage, and probably more panels, or I think we're doing this panel, but on the other side, and some strips right here. Sorry. So we're going to do the panel on this side like what we've done here, with a strip here as well, and the other strips on the sides as well. So I'm going to do that and show you again what I've done. But this is what we have at the moment. And of course, what we have in the back here. Those 2 lights out, these lights in there, 1 light in there, 1 light underneath there. These wires tidied up properly. What I did find is when I put it in first time, I couldn't put those in. So what I did, I took that strip out, I took all the screws out, put the strip out, and first started on this side and then that side with the strip and one here, and then I looked at where the screws are connecting and where they're not, and fitted it together. But this is this stage. I'm going to do stage, let's see, 104. Yeah, which is fitting front side corner panel and trims. Well, there you go. I'm putting that on, and then I'll come back to you and show you what it looks like. We're at stage 105, and we're going to do the rear upper deck panel and destination blind. So I'm going to turn this thing around. Let's see, we're starting with this one, with this destination blind. We're getting that off. And we're getting those stickers off, and we're going to put it there. Okay, that's on. As you can see, BP's in there, all of them, and now we can put this on this one. And let's see where we start with. We start with 4 NMs in the top part of this build. That is just to keep that panel in. We've got this in with 1, 2, 3, 4 NMs. We're going to the next step. Okay, we're going to put this whole thing in with the parts that we have, the panels that we have here, or that I should say, the strips that we have here, metal strips, and we're going to put everything together, and when it's done I'll get back to you, so see you in a moment. So I've put most of the panels in, as you can see right here. The last thing that we're doing is putting these yellow beige-ish colored screws in, right where I'm screwing them in now. If you look around you can see what I've done. We've put the destination blind in, which is in this case not a blind but just a static text. We put those in, that one can go in a little bit tighter. We put those in, those and that. We did that in the previous one, and these. So we put this whole back area in. I'll leave those open because we're going to have an emergency exit here. But that is stage, I think, 105 done. These are the parts that we have. That's the emergency door and the hinges that we have, and the door openings. Let me just see if I have everything. So let's see what we start with. We're going to put those two together, like you see me do right now. And we're going to put those together with CM screws. Okay, 4 CMs, as you can see, that have gone in there. I'm going to put that aside, and now we're going to make, let's see, those hinges. Okay, we've got those two. And then we're going to turn that one around. So there's a locating pin in the middle and 2 screw holes on the side. Have a look at the picture again. That little pin that it's sticking out is supposed to be on the inside. And then that thing is not correct. So I'm going to leave it like that and see whether or not I have to undo that. AM. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put that pin in. And then put the AMs in. Tighten them both up. And let's see what we are doing next. Okay, on this side we are going to put screws, and they are the DPs. Okay, from the outside we're going to push that handle in all the way, and then on this side, oops, we're going to put this thing in. Okay, we've got it all together, and as you can see right there. We're going to the next page, and we're going to put it on this thing. And we're going to see if those holes are in the right position. Okay, EMs. So, and the last one, and then that door or emergency exit is done, and we're going to check whether or not it will open. Because this is how it's opened. Oh wow, have a look at that. That opens properly. Then we push it back in and push that up, and it's closed. Wow guys, that is this stage done, I think. Yep. 106 is done as well. and we're going to do the rear wall of the rear panel of the bus. You've got these little parts and those. So let's see what we do with them. Then I'll keep that there so I know which one I'm putting in. And that one of those. Like so. With that light in there before we put it in. Have a look, there are notches there, so it will fit in there. If you do not have a look at that, you'll never get them in. Like so, it's in. And we're going to screw something in the back. And those are the MPs we got in this stage, and I think they're too small. But before we do that, we put one of those on. Then we have all the parts that we had in this stage together, like that. I've got all parts, those parts too, that and all these as well. So let's start with one of those. Just right there, and have a look at there's arrows there showing which way they should go. I had the wrong one, the wrong indicator holder. I've got the correct one now, and we're putting those DPs in. Then we've got 2 pieces of tape, and on the top of those we are going to put them. That's most probably to protect the electrics that are coming on. So we're working it in here and making sure that these lights come into the points that we have right here, and these lights go into those points. So this is going to be a bloody fiddly fit. And they're saying that we have to undo the screws that hold the plates, because we're going to screw something in over it. Okay guys, 109 done. And as you can see, we put all these strips in, the back panel in, all that strips, that's a strip, that's one, that's one, that's one. And the hardest ones to do, and I see this one is not in, are the ones around the corner when you bend it. Some of the times that you see that they're not not in properly, or the screw hole and then the hole and the one that you're screwing into are not aligned. So that's a bit of a hassle, and but I got it together, I've got it done. All these strips are in, as I said, right here, right there, right there, right there, there, and there, and we've got more or less, no, we've got the whole back part completely done, as you see. And that's 108. I think this is I'm losing track of the where I'm at, because I'm putting in so many panels. It's unbelievable. So I'm gonna, it's 5 o'clock in the evening, so I'm gonna stop. And I've started this morning, been away to do some grocery shopping, but this is not the easiest one to do. As you can see right there, we put the indicator lights in as well, tested them as well, and they're working. But I will do 108, 109. Is that the last part that we have in this build? No, we've got 110. So 109 and 10 are putting in panels. So yeah, I think so. And I'll do that tomorrow, and that will be quite short, because I'm just telling you that I'm going to put the panels in, and where I'm going to put them in, then I'm screwing them in, and then when it's done I'll show you what it's like. Otherwise you'll only be looking at my hands screwing in a lot, but I do mean a lot of those NM screws that that come with this build. But as you can see, it's a pretty darn big build now. Big build. You see my shoulder, it comes all the way up to my shoulder. And whew, but really, I love it, and it's really looking nice. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm wearing my glove because as you can see on the side camera, or on this side camera here, that one, you see two panels at the ready, 109 and 100. I did put 109 and 110, and we are going to put those panels on right here and here, so we'll be closed up till there. We have these little things that are there already, and we're going to put, as you see, a lot of strips on here as well. We've got nothing else for that, so I'm going to put them on and show you how that is done. So right here, let me just get a panel out and see how that fits. It has a B8 number on it, like so. So this one, and then the second panel goes right there. And then we're going to put a load of those strips on to keep everything in. And those holes are going to correspond with that. But we need to make sure that we put them under that, so they are in the right position. Like so. And then we start screwing everything on. Everything that we have in this build is NM. It's just different colors. So I'm going to start on this, and I'll see you in a moment. As you can see, all panels are in. Some of these are not staying in. I don't know if I've done it upside down, but I've checked both ways, and it's not working. So we're going to 110. Wow, guys, as you see, these panels are all in, and the strips are all in. Not all of them are in neatly, because this is bowing out, and if I push it, you hear it click to the next part. For the rest of it, all of it, so we've put this panel in, this panel, that panel with all the strips that go around, and these strips in the middle here. So strips up here all the way to there, then these side strips, those little base strips. I lost one, so I just put the screws in here, and these strips all with NM screws. And that's more basically the screw of choice at the moment. But guys, this was something that took me, I started yesterday morning. I had a stop in between to do some grocery shopping. Then after that I went on till 5 o'clock, from 2 till 5. And now this morning again, about, let's see, two hours as well. So it takes a lot of time, because we're screwing in so many little screws, as you can see right here. So many screws that to put in. But this was pack 11. There's one more to go, which is right behind here, which I will do as well. But I need to cool down a bit, and cool the cameras down a bit as well. And I'll come back to you after that with the next stage. You'll not see that straight after this one, but I'll put some time in between that on internet. I don't know how much, because I've got quite a lot of videos I still have to cut to put online, so you'll see them. But thank you very much. Thank you for sticking out all the way to the end, especially you who are still here. Please like, subscribe, and pass it on, and I hope to see you next time on any of my other builds. Thank you very much. Bye bye.